Hello everybody. I think I'm ready to get started. Let's chat a little bit. So, unfortunately, I think between events yesterday and also just having short time today, I think I'm just not up to doing Wild Arms this morning. But I think from the standpoint of just generally streaming, I guess it's okay. We could do a couple hours of PSO. Be taking a break after this though. We'll continue in the evening with Phoenix Wright. I don't think that's going to be moved. But I think what we're going to do, chat, is might as well just play around with some quests. I guess technically it is Rare Enemy Week, so I might just do some Rare Enemy quests. I don't usually do them. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. Typically, I'm not a big fan of rare enemy hunts, period. I really hate them in concept and theory and everything else. But I do feel like for people that do want the rares from it, I probably should stream it. I'm mostly opposed to the idea that I could literally be running a run like 50 times and never see the rare enemy. I'm very burned out on that, for sure. But I feel like there's a couple areas that we should probably play talk about a little more in detail, since we don't normally talk about those hunts on stream. I'm gonna go ahead and boot up. Thank you, Calvation, for the look. Unfortunately, it's Rare Enemy Week, so I expect nothing of interest to drop. I will gladly take rare item up or drop rate anytime, or even XP, honestly. I just realized I never switched character banks. So before we launch PSO, try this again. I think that's the correct bank. No, there's no way that's correct. Snag the P1. Remotebattery. That's not happening today. That optimism, it's not for today. I'm like, no thank you. I don't believe in rare item drops from Rare Enemy Week. I'm like, having played it before, I'm like, there is no faith that we will get anything of interest. If we even get a rare item today, it would be surprising to me, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and showcase the screen. Sorry, I had Windows 11 being Windows 11. Go to PSO. That's still not the right character bank. You know what? That's fine. Thought it was in character bank 6. Apparently it's not. That's fine. We'll go back to character bank 4. Also, I probably should have checked Boydana to see if I had any adepts he shouldn't be using. Oh well. Yeah, I think from that perspective, I just literally do not think Psycho 1 hunts are worth the time. Maybe that's a hot take for people, especially when I'm looking over things like in preparation for the section ID hunts. Like, if you want to go get a Psycho Wand, I'm going to tell you the fastest way to get a Psycho Wand. EDs. For people that want to play, that's fine. I'll do a solo quest, I think, first, while people log in. This might be the #1 quest for episode 1. I think I'll finalize a list. Oh, I don't need Heavenly Battle in this area. I think I'll finalize a list when we go to do section IDs. We'll consider this a sneak peek, but it won't be like a formal video for it. But this quest is dumb. We've done it on stream before a lot. I usually save it for events. Those are all hints as to what this quest is. Oh, interesting. I don't have a V801 on him. Just permanently leave it on him. Get off, I don't think. There it is. Yeah, I literally just don't think it's worth the time. So let me showcase something. And why I don't believe in Cycle 1 hunts at all. There we go. Got a little drop chart in the corner. We're going to pay attention to the upper right for a second. So if we take a look at the middle row and why I don't think it's worth it. If you look at episode 1 specifically for, let's say, Cycle 1, the only other thing you could do is get vices. Do you know what's 1000% better than doing that? Put it on the main screen, actually. Especially if you're trading, why don't you just play White ID Terrell's Ego? You have Handgun Mila, Pure Freeze for cheap cells, Disca, Brave Man, Frozen Shooter, and Red Saber. All of those go for more profit than Psycho Wand. All of them have better drop rates than Psycho Wand. I'm gonna hit you with the hard truth there. Unless there's some kind of event going on, I'm not gonna bother with Psycho Wand. Like, I'll do Christmas Fiasco 1 resets. I don't believe in the MAE grind. I think a good indication of why I don't think that's worth the time. I'm gonna call Tiggy out by name. Tiggy did that last year or the year before. Grinding it out. And basically, while he did level a lot, I don't think he really got much in terms of PDs. Because he didn't end up with, like, a Super Vice. And he didn't even end up with Psycho Wand after a month of grinding. Whereas, like, if you do a month of Terrell's Ego, you're gonna have, like, 1,000,000 Frozen Shooters. So even if it's all zeroed, you still get a PD every Frozen Shooter. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're getting constant value with an upper ceiling way higher than anything Psycho 1 can deliver. So these are the things I want to talk about in more detail. So this is kind of feeling out what quests I want to mention in the section ID guide. But this quest is just so much better. Alvetian says, guessing combination having to deal with a rare enemy and rare drop is a real pain. Yeah, I mean, it's an Uber drop, so it's always going to be like a 1 in 2,000. The problem is just, like, there's nothing of interest in the surrounding runs. But, like, why would you bother? Something feels wrong about my damage. I'm gonna check my item in a second. Oh no, that's fine. Oh, not max MST. That's fine. So yeah, it's just like, you get like a sheer number of enemies that you could easily kill. So, 1, the hunt is easy. 2, if you do get bored and you decide it's not hard enough, you just play Don't Anguish 1. You get, you know, it's gonna be slower, but you're gonna be less bored. Whereas, like, you don't really want to do that with caves, for the most part. I mean, you can, but it's just generally not recommended. It's one of those things where Forest barely scales at all with Anguish, so you're not really going to notice a difference, per se. But, like, I don't know. It's just one of those things. There's my Resond. So, like, if you're doing solo play, right? Technically, I don't have to kill those hill delts. I mean, I can kill them. They're free XP. But, like, I could do the hill delt check as a force, right? and not have to even worry about going to the final room. Or like in this case, I just killed them for free while clearing the rest of the room. But like, it's not a bad way to level too. Like you can see it's rare enemy weak, but I'm still getting about 100 XP a second on episode 1, which is what I consider solid experience. So you're just getting more overall items because you're killing way more enemies than, let's say, a massive attack 1B. You're getting box checks, which is sometimes relevant depending on the ID. I don't remember if it's relevant to what ID offhand. But more importantly, it requires like basically no gear to do. So the ability for you to do this is like, are you basically like levels 80 to 90, depending on your character, and you solo clear Forest 1/2? And maybe the most fresh of fresh characters might say no to that, but everybody else with any gear will be like, whatever, just Forest. So this is my go-to quest. Think about it this way. Every one of these moths is also a PD chance. So even if you're looking at it from just like a sheer like PD comparison, I will on average still get more PDs doing this quest than anything else. Because every enemy has a, 1 in 500 chance of dropping it? If it's a item. Oops, I should have avoided there. It's just like one of those things. It just makes more sense to do it this way. Welcome, Chris. So it's like a relatively easy quest. If you know force stuff, like checking the walls, you save a lot of time. So I think I mentioned this in the Ultimate Guide before, but it's just like there's a lot of interesting things you could do as the Force in Episode 1. Because Episode 1 is the most broken in terms of like what you're allowed to do. They like tried to fix it in Ruins by giving like a really awkward area where you can't do anything. That enemy always gets me. I hate that enemy. I don't know what triggers his fast walk. I want to learn how to enter this room without triggering it, because that causes him to also quickly fire, which is weird because I'm walking towards him, so I would think he would not do that. It's me by surprise every now and then. Anyway, if you're looking to get a lot of PDs, I think this is just like the quest in Episode 1. Speaking of PDs, yeah, this is kind of showcasing my point here. It's just like, I don't expect to get any items when it's not like an event in Trails Eco, but from the standpoint of just raw number of enemies killed, probably on average every other one, or maybe every Trails Eco on average might drop a PD, just due to the sheer number of enemies in it. So it's always going to give me something, even if it's just like solid materials. Like my material is really good. Sadly, it looks like the rares in Forest 2 are not worth it for this character. No Guilty Light's not bad for team points. Well, welcome, Chris. Hope you're doing well. So, I think it's for the most part probably going to line up with Miku's list. But I think from this perspective, like, I want to try a few different quests, see if I have a difference in opinion. Because I don't want to just, like, quote-unquote copy somebody else's list. But I think most people do universally agree, like, this quest is good. But the question is, like, where to rank it. Maybe that's where I'm going to have a difference of opinion. Because I think a lot of lists don't go over some of the supplemental rares. So I'm going through and just kind of comparing items. Like, this one will match most people's lists, I would imagine. I'm not as interested in that portion. I think there's going to be a bit of variance for Episode 4. And, like, some of it purely just depends on things like whether or not you are in, like, rare enemy week or not. Because I think Trails Eco basically scales off of literally everything. I guess the only thing it doesn't technically scale off is fully drop rate, but even like the Ubers scale off a drop rate. Welcome, Marco. So it's just one of those quests where I just think it's just so universally strong. There's no reason to not do it. Sadly, I gotta do the walk here. I can't avoid the walk in single player. Like that lone wolf. Deal with you real quick. But yeah, like, even if I don't see a rare hill to tour, like, let's say you're going for Frozen Shooter. I'm like, Frozen Shooter to me is just kind of a nicety. You know, like, it could be the main hunt of White ID. The way I see it, though, I'm gonna get a PD. So if I want decent PDs per second in episode 1, I think this is uncontested. I can't think of anything else in episode 1 that would even come to the same level as this quest. Yeah, the only other one where I would really want to compare the value, and I think that requires maybe a stronger character to do, would probably be Blue ID Ruins. Oops, I forgot to switch. So, I forget if there's any quests that specifically cater to Blue ID Ruins. It's not one I do very often. They buffed it, like, I don't know, like 2.5 years ago, and then they nerfed it a few times. So clearly they thought it was an issue. I know the Heaven Striker chances are kind of bad there, but I think the surrounding rares are actually surprisingly good when I'm looking at it compared to the trade list. Like, they're not items I would personally use, but other people do. So I've been thinking about that. So, like, for Blue ID Ruins, you would want decent Heaven Striker chances. Some chances to get Guardiana, as well as Monkey King Bar. So that's what I've been thinking about. I think like earlier in the week till this exact moment. Mace of Adamant's not a bad one. I mean, you're still not really gonna get PDs from it, but just an example of like the rares you could get here. I think we got almost every box rare, which is kind of funny because we're talking about like what the box rares were. We got 3 of them already. Yeah, I think there's gonna. I think I'm gonna label the concept either the Power 5 or the Power 6. I think there's 6 items that if they're in a run, more often than not, they're just gonna completely outshine any other possible hunt you could ever theoretically pick. And then from there, it's mostly just looking at units and armors and stuff. So like offhand, for example, it would be probably in order: Heaven Striker, Excalibur. About the prices. Daylight Scar and Cannon Rouge are the last 2. I guess Frozen Shooter would be... I don't know if I put it above or below Excalibur. It's either number 2 or number 3. So it's just kind of like one of those things where they are very, very strong. That's what I've been thinking about. I mean, you even get, like, mine materials, which is good. I don't know if I'm gonna go down to the level of the materials in the section ID or / areas. But anything that gets power materials is gonna be number 1, for sure. For just free value. Because they are some of the most valued materials. Oh, and I'm gonna showcase this for people that haven't seen it before. See this, chat? Look at this cheese. They can't find me. You know what I can do? I can find them for where I'm at. I love broken hitboxes. Anyway, chat, I don't want to hear any complaints about people not being able to do that. Definitely a ghost. I'm invisible to them. Like, see, he's walking towards me. He can zap me once, but once I do this... Oh, he's in the loop. I don't know why he's specifically able to see me. That's fine. All the other enemies don't even react to me at all. Oh, chat didn't hear it? I heard it. Yeah, so like we're doing rare enemy week, and as per usual, there's no rare enemies. It's just... That's why I don't like rare enemy week. Spoilers. That feeling of just not even seeing the target you're hunting is terrible. I'm gonna do something real quick. That's saying they didn't hear that? Andre is the correct rare enemy option. I would actually firmly disagree. I don't think that is worth it over Tyrell's Ego. If we're talking about value, Frozen Shooter is only slightly undervalued compared to Heaven Striker, and there's more rares that scale off of it. Yeah, it's not playing off anything different. Jack can say that 100% went on stream. I think you might have just missed it. I actually don't agree at all. Country is fine and all, but in terms of raw value, I don't think so. I mean, you get like what? Heaven Striker V801 question mark as purple ID, and that would be the one that would be the most worth it. I mean, I guess in theory you have ultra low chances of Yashminikov. Yeah, but Excalibur is going to be worth way less than a hit percentage Frozen Shooter. In addition to Handgun Mila with hit percentage, in addition to all the other items. Frozen Shooter scales pretty well. Heaven Striker does get a little bit of a lead. Unless you get like the most extreme of hit percentages on Heaven Striker, I don't think it's gonna compete with it at all. I might as well just kill distance in here. Yeah, and because of the fact that you're not killing a lot of enemies as well, it's just a lot of missed PD chances comparatively as well. I'm leaning towards this being one of the higher ones. Especially with Anguish 1 active. I think the things that would compete with it would be specifically like Heaven Striker resets. I think would be worth it in terms of like kills per second into potential items. I don't know if Pod by itself would be stronger. Like, it's good, but I don't think I would rate it over it. I think there's just so much more of a skill ceiling, or not skill ceiling, PD ceiling with this. If it didn't have Mila and Frozen Shooter, I would have said probably Purple Pod would be worth the most. I think if we're just talking about like normal runs and we're not talking about rare enemy week, I think Orange ID actually gets more overall stuff, but that's not Pod. I'm talking about specifically just doing like MAE episode 4. I'm pretty sure due to the raw number of enemies that is worth slightly more. But that's something I want to sit there and calculate later. Yeah, pod resets are fine. I mean, we could showcase those if chat wants. But it's just kind of like one of those things in general where this one is just worth so much more than everything else, just due to how much it goes for. I'm looking in the price guide 1 second. Yeah, because comparatively, Handgun Mila's like PD for PD about the same as a Heaven Striker. The only difference is that Handgun Mila is going to be a lot more rare, so it's like you have to take like fractional values from it. So that's why I'm thinking with that plus Frozen Shooter, it'll be better. Curious about one thing. Yeah, it's more like I want to sit there and number crunch. Maybe Pod will be like very slightly ahead, Purple Numb. But only specifically that, because I don't think Excalibur goes for the same amount. No, it doesn't. It's solid, but you also have to unlock it to get the full value. That's like, if I have like an all zeroed claim to Argent, I'm like, I mean, some people might pay for it, but I know I'm not going to spend the time to make those cheaper items worth a little more. I guess it matters a bit less if we're talking about like a 40 or 50 hit Excalibur. People will pay for that regardless of unlock. Anyway, let's do... I don't know, is it even beat? Let's find out. It is even beat. So we could do some purple, that's fine. If anybody wants to join in for some purple pod. I think this is... I don't know if this is the most PDs in episode 4. As I said before, I think it's close between Orange ID, Underground, doing MAE, and Pod Purple. Just because Orange has so many high-end value items and Underground. Purple Underground is not bad, but when you run Pod, you don't get a lot of those chances. Where when you're playing like MAE Episode 4, you get a ton of chances. I think the problem is just like Episode 4 surface is kind of dry. There's not a lot you really want there other than V801 and Photon Crystal. Like, it doesn't have the same appeal as like, oh, I'm gonna get an Excalibur, or oh, I'm gonna get an LK Combat. You know what I mean? So like, even though in theory the items are stronger there in Purple ID, the quests themselves don't really go towards that. Oh, I don't see anybody waiting. Did anybody want to jump in? Otherwise, I'll just do more solo play. I'm curious, comparatively, because I'm on the fence, what people have been saying is worth more. Got a couple of tabs open, let me check. You'll hop in? Sure thing. Yeah, because I think the big thing that throws me off is that without Anguish, with the older system, I would have been more inclined to say something like Lost Soul Blade would have been really strong. But I think with the area patterns being really heavily nerfed, there's just a lot less quests overall that potentially are better. So I'm not super happy about those changes, for sure. So it's like, where I kind of see the value at that point is... I still think Terrell Zico is the most PDs. If I had to guess without going further, I would think Orange Episode 4 would probably be the best. We've been playing that a little more on stream. Followed up probably resets. And then where I would need to do some calculations, like, is Purple Pod higher than the resets in terms of kills? Is Phantasmal World 2 Pink ID better? It's just kind of one of those things. And if there's other runs I'm not thinking of, you know, that's where I can check threads, but like, those to me would be the top choices. During Rare Enemy Week, like, I guess Pod gets a little bit of an advantage for sure, but so does Terrell Zigo. Okay, I'll wait for Chris, and we'll get started. I only really need 2 people. I'd prefer more, but it's fine if we don't get more. Get some items away. Yeah, I'm just not interested in spending time in something like Sweep Up Operation 2. I imagine the only way to make that even worth it would be to do resets. If people are full clearing that quest, I think you're just wasting your time, to be honest with you. Oh, it feels so good. I finally emptied these items. I finally got rid of 99 photon drops. What a good feeling. I guess I should technically start converting some of those into hordes versus putting them on the other characters. Anyway, if nobody else is gonna join, I'm gonna start up in a moment. But yeah, it's just, I think it's just one of those things where it's just like, Oh, moving my guns back to Rommel. Sorry, I missed that mess. We'll wait a couple minutes then. But I just think it's just one of those things where if you look at, like, the raw enemy per second, some runs kind of pull super far ahead. And for me personally, if I just want a roll number of lilies, I'm probably still going to do Christmas Fiasco 1. Because in 40 seconds, you kill 10 lilies. 10 or 8, I forget. So I'll call it this way. In the time it takes me to start the quest, reset, and then immediately go again is exactly 1 minute. That's how long it takes for me to put in a gibberish name and password. And then also just be at the next quest counter. So I'm gonna get 60-something attempts at Lily. So I would rather do it then than just get, like, rare enemy bonus plus 20% rare. It's not particularly fun to do, though, which is why I don't usually do that on stream. Yeah, I'm sure there's a ton of reset quests that I'm not aware of. You know, I'll give credit if I take it from somewhere. But my goal is to go through and try to do my own calculations. I may take the advice of one of the farming threads to talk about and make an Excel sheet equivalency based off of what they have. But I don't think I'm going to use all the same characteristics they are, because I want to be able to categorize, like, I guess we'll call it item value. Oh, there we go. Full party. I feel like that might be too in-depth for the guide, but it might help me with the guide. Because I do think things like drop rate do play a significant role in the value of PDs. So I would want a formula to potentially consist of them. The problem is that there's a lot of things that are a bit more subjective that I don't think the sheet will really accurately grab. So, like, even if a quest has, like, 40 of an enemy and you know the drop rates and everything else, that's not going to take into account how long it takes to get to set enemies, or, like, the overall length of the quest. So there's some things I think that won't be perfect, and I just have to make a decision what would make sense of like, how deep do I want the calculation to go. Because I'm not a stranger to doing sheet calculations, because I had to do that for my own section ID item list, which I might go update after I'm done with the section IDs, just to have more junkable items. Oh, do both of this fireball? Did I do that? Oh well, I should probably make that Foe. Because I realized I don't have regular Foe, but I guess she doesn't do falls enough for it to matter. Heaven Punishment Squad, something like that. So, I just think in terms of, like, I think a big problem with this quest is if there wasn't as much walking with it, I think this would rate higher, but there's a lot of dead spots in this quest. Like, Purple ID doesn't really care about the surface items. So we'll do a couple of these. Maybe we'll see Kung Fu. That is a lot of PP laser. Let the team go that way. Chris. Actually, you know what's funny about this enemy? You don't even need Gafoe to stop them. If you know exactly where they stop, like I mostly do, I don't even bother with Gafoe. To be honest with you, I think you should just leave your charge back on out. As long as you don't walk past a certain point, it doesn't hit you. Just like, you could look at the rock wall, or go rewatch the VOD. But it's like, I just line up, like, vaguely with the rock wall and go, I know it's not gonna hit me. I wish weapon percentages affected lasers. I wish they did something to tech damage in general. Honestly, it's just, it feels weird to have like this pure mechanic only for ATP. It would have made spells scale a lot better in multiplayer. I think if I ever, well, I'm probably never going to do it, but if I ever had a custom server, I would look to remove the level limit of what people can learn. As long as you're using god techniques for it. So like if you had level 15 Shifta, but you had 2 god techniques, it would pump it to level 21, for example. Whatever. I would have loved to have seen forces with potentially level 40 tech. Have super Gafoe. Yeah, so sadly this entire time we're on the surface, there's not really anything of interest on purple ID. Underground hunts are nice. I think purple has got a lot of value underground. It's just, the problem is, like, you don't normally go there and also do the thing that gives you the most BDs, which is Heaven Striker. Heaven Striker by far is the most value you could get from an item. I think it is, based off the price guide, it is the most sought after item in the game. So like you might get lucky with Excalibur. So if you get like certain percentage Excalibur equivalency, they might have like a lower floor or higher floor than like Heaven Striker will. Heaven Striker might go for 2 PDs. Excalibur with a little bit of percentage might go for like 4 to 6 kinds of things, depending on what it is. But in terms of what people are willing to pay, they're willing to pay a lot for Heaven Striker. It is a Oops All Ranger world, for sure. Okay, we'll do a couple of these. Might as well just play out the even beat, and then we'll figure out what to do the remaining hour or so. Yeah, so sadly if you're focusing on like value hunts, things like TTF and RT are not on the list. I mean, you can make them more valuable by playing certain IPs, don't get me wrong, but like, are they going to compete with like a character that can get Cannon Rouge and Heaven Striker in the same run in terms of trades? Absolutely not. And the crazy part is, depending on what ID you're picking, or what quest you're doing, some of the underground ones are kind of crazy. Like, Ophiel Seas is either, like, number 7 or number 8 in terms of most valuable rares. Like, they're very close to each other in terms of, like, value. I would not have thought it would have been as close in value to something like a Galatine, but it kind of is. And considering it's not, like, super rare, I find that kind of interesting. But only specifically if you get hit percentage. It's worth nothing if it is no hit percentage. I guess people just don't feel like hunting the alternative Heaven Punisher. It makes sense if he really wants to deal with that. To get that thing with hit percentage. So like I don't know, like a 30 hit Ophiel Seas, which I think even I have. Potentially go for like 200 PDs. So that by itself is a Cycle 1. And I don't have like the repetition of going through Cycle 1. So in that same run that I could get in Ophiel Seas, I could get Slicer of Fanatic, Limiters, All those things go for potentially a lot. Yeah, the other item that's like, it's not, I don't consider it part of like the power 5 or the power 6, but what would be like right after that, and that would really heavily sway the run would be Vices, probably on the low end. On the higher end of that list, Disca, Brave Man, and Jaya. I think any run with those will be elevated. They're kind of like half a rare, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, they're about half as good as the Power 6. The difference being this, that they're very common, so you're more likely to get a higher hit percentage. And that's where I want to do some math, potentially, to figure out what would potentially sell for the most. Like, the downside is, like, if you don't have at least, like, a 40-hit Disco Brave Man, you're not really getting any value at all from the run. That's why I'd like to see that more as, like, a secondary in the hunt. Yeah, I figured more of the team is on the left side. We should be fine here. I was gonna say, all the pew-pew lasers can join me if you want. I have faith in Remotebattery as a Hugh cast for dealing with the core. Just, I don't think assistance will be needed there. So join when able, I suppose. So if we're looking at the cold hard truth of PSO, if you're considering trading, some of those runs are a lot better. If you're doing self-found, then it matters a little less. That's why I think when we go to do the guide, I'm going to be splitting it into 2 parts. Kind of like, we'll call it value, I guess. Value hunts versus, like, class hunts. Uh-oh, somebody's shooting the... Who's shooting the worm when it's going downward? Please don't do that. That kills me on the inside. You can get a single shot pretty safely there. Do the 2-1 strategy if you're not sure. 1, 2, wait. Somebody's shooting it when it's reeling back. It's gonna desync it. Makes me sad every time I see it. Please don't do that. There we go. I'm gonna choose not to hit the boss here. When it gets up again, I'm gonna go for the kill. Kill time. Or the spinners troll me. No, spinners! No! Come on, I was 1 shot from fixing it. That is so unfortunate, and team is dead. Come on, spinners. I was in the shot animation to fix it. That really sucks. I hate spinners. Damn. Punished. I'm gonna stay up here, because it's probably gonna come back up here. Alright, if it comes back up here, I'm gonna end the cycle real quick. Spinners. Oh, oops. Pull forward. Unfortunately, it's gonna get the laser out here no matter what I do, but it is over. Unfortunate. We had a quick recovery since I stayed within the room. I thought I was holding backwards towards the camera, but I forgot when it flips the screen, it gets a little goofy. Ooh, knock me down so I could get the wiggle. Get the wiggle? Yeah, gonna get the wiggle. Yeah, I would just say be very careful with Pew Laser, or it'll cause it to become desynced. Nice, double wiggle. It's fine if you can burst it, but it's like, if you can't burst it, it wastes a lot of time. Like, I'll care less if we have, like, what's it called? Ooh, only 3s. I guess that's fine. Like, it matters a little less if somebody is Dolphin. That's why I'm honestly thinking for this run. I think I'm gonna run PB Create. I think I'm at the point. I could almost get rid of both Centurions. Yeah, I'm using that for accuracy currently, and also just increasing MST. I think what I could do, since this unit is pointless anyway, why don't we see if we could put on a PB Create? That would actually speed up the run, potentially. That way I have, like, a fixer. Generate, but I don't have a PB create. Need more. I guess my PB increase is on one of my other characters. I definitely have, like, the... Oh, there it is. I have it in here. This would be ideal. So now if I wear this one item as an endgame ranger, I'm eventually going to be able to sub out Centurion ability for, like, permanent V5. Technically, I could do that with PB increase. But given that we don't need, like, 3 people paralyzing, I think it would make sense if I ended up doing it, because I am the highest level ranger here. So my dolphin damage should be out of this world. We're gonna go ahead and fix Synchro for more damage. We'll do the quest again, because I think it would be a good comparison seeing with and without PB increase. I think people sleep on this item, and I will bring it up constantly. I don't ever see it mentioned in, like, recommended items in guides, and I think it's because people are, like, really hung up on stats. And don't get me wrong, stats are good, but, like, the difference of being able to PB increase on something like an RT, or like an MAE4, or any of the longer quests is kind of insane, especially for newer players, where they're not going to have the right gear for it. I'm surprised that at least people don't put it under, like, the equivalency of situational. It is really, really good. I'm going to show you the power of PB increase. So keep in mind, Pew Pew Laser does not build any meter at all in this run, but we're going to be generating probably about 20 to 30% from just one unit. So that's going to put me way closer in range to destroying it with Worm. And then if other people just donate, which if people end up going in the same room and being lasered, they should get to 30 meter every time. Or possibly at least 20 meter. That should be enough to basically do 4,000 plus to the boss. So this will end up being potentially a time save of over a minute, depending on how atrocious the worm boss pattern is. And the thing is if I use the mag blast and he reels backwards, but I'm already, like, point blank with the boss, it's still gonna hit the boss. The first time you're in the room, it might not hit, so that's why it's, like, not always 100% worth it. At that point, sometimes I just wait for it to reel back the first time. So I guess it purely depends on your evade breakdown. I think I heard the music burp at me, and then it paused. There we go. So just pay attention to my meter. I'm gonna try not to get hit at all. I want you to just witness the PB increase erase. Happy. Because I was off by, what, about 16 PB? So I just need to get the equivalency of 16 PB for it to be worth it. I think that's gonna happen, chat. And again, that's just with one of the units. I could technically double stack it. If I was using a Mind Heaven Striker, or a Striker Unit Mag, I mean, I would be able to, super easily build the meter. Then I could wear 2 of them. If it runs into me, that's fine. If not, it doesn't matter. Let the other 2 go the same way they went before. Some ATP mixed in there because it speeds it up. But I think if I go this side, I can showcase. You can just walk up to the Dorphon. So we'll potentially just wombo combo this poor thing. So I know about where that back Buddha spawns. That's my visual cue. That's as far as I could go. As I said before, there's no need to even Gafoi it. So I'm going to walk here and then walk backwards, and it should appear. Never hit me. The chat wants the visual reference for what I'm talking about. Hopefully that gave you the visual reference there. But I never get hit by the Dorphon. Unless I'm coming from the other side, then maybe I get hit by it. So I'm not used to that angle as much. we're already at 11 meter, and we haven't even reached the other area yet. Granted, I've been doing a couple of gunshots, but still, I'm gonna hit 16 and go way above it by the time I get to the boss. We're almost there. I need to build, I think, 24 meter, I said. We're about halfway there. Do some regular gunshots on the Dorfon for more meter. It is technically faster as well. Use a Rifoi here. Yeah, the only other item I would consider specifically for this run would be a Heavenly Mine, just to squeeze out more damage with PP laser. Yeah, as I said before, we get on average like 3.1 or 3.2 meter per minute. So I know just from the 25-minute mark, when we hit that I'm going to be getting on average about 15 to 16 on my Photon Blast gauge. Because technically, if it's every 18 seconds, you end up with, is it 4 seconds extra left over? So eventually I'll get 4 in a minute instead of 3. But I don't think the quest will go on long enough for that to matter. Yeah, I'm almost at the amount that I wanted to be at, and we'll get safety meter. Photon drop, we'll take those. Already 26 meter and rising. The more I have, the easier the worm boss will be. Arguably, while I'm walking between areas, I could pop on a PB unit for more meter. So we'll end up at, I think, 30 meter at this rate, without me doing anything special. Obviously, if I get hit and take damage, that's ideal to build more meter. But this is now taking a lot of burden off of having a good pattern on the worm boss. I should probably call it something other than worm boss, because when I say that, I think episode 1 and 2, Wrath Battle. Call him a mole or something. Let's look the tunnel. Yeah, we're doing fantastic in terms of PB. So yeah, on average it takes us like 9-ish minutes to get there. We're gonna end up with 27 meter, just by time alone. Anything extra we get is nice. That's just from doing regular attacks. Again, that's potentially like 4 to 5 less lasers needed to trigger it. Start walking across now. And that doesn't include when I'm in the boss battle too, I'll be gaining it. So even from that perspective, that is really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate that he lasered twice. Come on. That sucks. I shot the laser in my defense. I just got trolled really hardcore. On the plus side, I built a lot of extra meter. That was a big waste of time. That kind of time waste I don't want. I thought I was like almost safe. I guess the team was a little faster than I thought. I should have been moving sooner. I'll keep that in mind if we do this again. Yeah, on the plus side, I'm at 40 meter. So all the PP lasers could compare the difference between having the PP create and not. Or seismic increase. Well, I do not need that many more lasers, to be honest. Jeepers Christ. Just joking. Well, I guess this is just more beat. That's also the good thing. If for whatever reason you needed AFK, this is like the ultimate AFK item. It's just free meter. Need like 2 minutes to go check on food. Free meter. No Conjure, but it's rare enemy week. I don't expect to see him. So we're almost at 50 meter without even having done anything with the boss yet. And during this cutscene, the PV will keep ticking, by the way. That's like, I'm already gonna be at like, what, 44? That was really fast. A surprise. I'll do a couple shots here, but I'm gonna move upwards first, I think. We're gonna enter about 45 meter into the boss, maybe 46 by the time we're in shooting range. Because again, keep in mind it counts the time in the cutscene. Cutscene is like 9 seconds long. Yeah. So we're doing really good in terms of meter. I do not need to be hit that many times to get it. But depending on how well we do, it might not matter. But this is just a nice backup if things go really wrong. If I get hit by a lot of spinners, I'm going to build a ton of meter. But this is going to avoid, I think, worst case patterns. Ooh, that is an atrocious pattern. Just going to let it hit me. Every laser gives us about 6 meter. We have laser insurance at the moment. I'm gonna try maybe so I can shoot faster. So I think I can safely get a triple shot if I do it immediately on wake up. I can always get exactly 1 shot there without worrying about desaying. So again, we're actually getting a pretty good pattern. It's not using spinners. So in this battle, I don't think it'll make a difference. But if we need to... Ooh, somebody's shooting a bit late. But we saved it. So in this particular instance, it didn't matter. However, if I did go double PB increase, that would have given me the mag blast before we killed it. So technically, if we were a man down and I needed to hit the boss from here, it would save some time. So in this particular instance, because it didn't use spinners, we had pretty good luck in that sense. We were able to get pretty consistent shots in there. So I would rather avoid the bad scenarios altogether. Because last time we built 80 meter by itself, and we know that this was just a more generous pattern compared to the nonsense of like constant spinners. Boxes. Calibers, but no hit percentage. Wonder. I have my mind. I think that might be on my white ring. Oh, no, I do have it. Okay. I'm gonna switch my strategy then a little bit then. Do this. Let's go for more PP laser damage. I like that my accuracy actually doesn't matter. Technically, I could triple PB create with this. Is there a downside to this? I don't think so. I mean, I'm not gonna hit with ATP, which is... I'm already at max luck. Maybe I'll just triple PB create, because it's funny. Let's experiment, chat. For shock, so I can put more item. I can put away PP create by accident, and we'll move on. So now, oops, let's put away the one. I want to compare how fast the boss goes. Now it shouldn't matter what the boss does. I sadly don't have multiple increases, so I'm gonna be like 2.8-ish as opposed to like 3.2 or so in terms of PV per minute. But when you have 3 of them on, that builds an insane amount of meter. Let's try this and see if I like the Mind Mag version more. I only do normal shots on a couple of enemies, basically the Zoos and the Dwarfon. Everything else takes the Pew Pew laser for me. I don't bother with the other attacks. And for the boss, it would technically speed it up, since I'm like 100 more MST than before. Sort of items. Uh-oh. Tina's joining the game. Please wait for a while. Rip Chris. He got banished to the ether. We'll give Chris a moment to log back in. Raw, indeed. Is this RDR the moment where Dango gets his PSG? Dango said he's not going to play as soon as the weekend because Final Fantasy 14 expansion is out. So the answer is no. Only because he's not playing. I know he explicitly stated that maybe Wednesday, I think. Rip Dango. Oh, I have no idea. That's when he mentioned on stream. He said week last time. He did not say month, and that was back in May that he said that. I don't know. I'm just going by Dango's word. I don't know what the normal 14 is. I don't follow any development news on a game I don't play. Really need to get better Heaven Strikers. Anything I'm hoping to hunt? I don't know if I'll play PSO after this. This is more of a filler. I don't have any PSO streams planned for next week. I don't think I'm gonna do it on my birthday unless like nothing happens. It could happen. I mean, potentially nothing might happen on my birthday and maybe I'll stream then. But I would hopefully be doing something else on that Monday. Otherwise, like Wednesday, I'd rather spend some time on Section ID. Since I'm working on another guide. Unless chat is like really, really wanting to do it, then I'll think about it. But right now it's not on my mind to do it, I would say. I don't know why I was thinking that was a VR quest again. I mean, if there are enough people that ask me, I will potentially do it on Wednesday. We'll leave it at that. I'll put it that way. I do want to continue with Legend of Mana, and unfortunately, Dungeon Drafters got delayed again. Those are ones I want to get out of the way for June, for sure. We could play other things. I love the delay increase on the PB. I get the one from PB increase, and then like 5 seconds later, the other one. Yeah, I think Red Ring is definitely more worthwhile to hunt than Parasitic Gene Flow, unless you're getting like something crazy in the PSG run. Like I could see Yellow Boss Galatines being okay, but I mean you're gonna run something like a New Hope over that if all you want is the Galatine. Oh yeah, that one would also be a lot of PDs. I would have to run that again. This chat introduced me to that, what was it, about a year ago? It's not bad. I don't like some of the spawns, for sure. But that doesn't say anything to how strong that is for Griffin checks. I got run over, that's fine. We're already at 20 meter. Poor Rappy gets deleted every time. So we're basically back up to where we were before, and we haven't even reached the other part yet. And the best part without having Gofoe out is just like, you already have your best weapon out. I mean, arguably, I don't even need to do the dance. Once it's triggered, as long as I don't walk forward further, I don't think he can hit me. Oh, that was such a fast clear. Meter on you real quick. So I need to be closer to 50 meter, I think, in order to potentially always have Mag Blast. Or 60, I mean. We're only off by 15 again, and that was with a good pattern. Still got at least 3 minutes to build meter. I think it's doable. Especially with a couple ATP shots every now and then. Yeah, we have the lockdown of paralysis from our teammate. Makes our life very easy. Already are way over 36 meter. Good sign. So technically, once I hit max meter, I could switch back into Centurion ability for more clears. Mine material, I'll go pick that. So I think we entered the boss arena at 44, we're already at 39. So again, we get a bad pattern, I'll be the insurance. How's that, team? I can afford to wield the triple PBs. Got nothing better to do. Even technically in solo play, once I stun the Dorpons, I just swap out of it. So like here I wouldn't even bother swapping back into V5, I just keep the PB create on. Even if I didn't want a rapid menu between waves. Generally speaking, I don't like to do. Forces I'll tolerate it, but I don't know if I ever want to go into like a time attack of caves where you gotta switch on 13 and then swap it out with dress plate. I don't know if I ever want to do that, to be honest. I'm aware it's very good, but there's a certain tolerance level. Swapping armor is kind of tedious. Shields, weapons, I'm like, that's fine. I'll do this. And Atosa says, welcome to the chat, by the way. Odd is such smooth sailing with an organized group. Public games on the other hand, oh boy, every second player haven't unlocked and stuff. Yeah, that's very true, unfortunately. Welcome to the chat. Hopefully you are enjoying the conversation. So yeah, we now have like 60 something meters, so we should get Mag Blast for the boss, guaranteed now. So here's one of the things I think I'll do. I think I'll actually buy PB increases. I'm gonna get V801s, get some PB increases, and then never have to worry about this once again. Although I don't want to get like all of them, because there's a small chance when I play Orange ID, I'll pick up like 1 or 2 across like a month. But I think it's just one of those things where being able to have a V801 for Ramar or something like that would be more useful than not having it. Forgot to bump into the suspiciously shaped cactus. Yeah, that's true, I did forget. I remember putting that. I remember my first encounter with that on stream. I don't think anybody clipped that. And I was like, seriously, PSO team? That's what we become. Right, let's cross now. I'm not gonna wait for the next spawn. So we're at 70 meter and rising, which is really good, since that should mean I have Mag Blast. Oh, does Thanatos sell mags? I don't check the trade stream. Sorry, I don't recognize people's names. I do apologize. Yeah, Keurig, it's me, but it's not Keurig. Yeah, we have a couple of people that would probably benefit from mags for sure. I think people were just mentioning the other day, specifically not having Bo Newman mags and stuff like that. So feel free, chat, if you have any mag requests as a tentative person. Feed precarious pineapple, exactly. Oh, look at this, chat. I'm at 80 meter. PB Crate is so dumb. So I'm guaranteed to get it on this fight, no matter what. I basically will get laser twice and have it. I love my mag activating. Also, I should probably... Oh, I should have buffed Keurig. So anyway, chat, once the boss gets about down to half its remaining health, I think I'm just gonna Mag Blast kill it. That is not where I thought I was standing. That was unfortunate. Team got my back though. No worries, Thanatos. So, funny enough, chat, because I got hit by that spinner by playing bad, I almost have Mag Blast. See that, chat? It's all to gain PB. It's a big conspiracy. I'm not playing bad. I'm just gaining meter faster. So I should have this on the first laser no matter what. So I can sub this out if I want to. Arguably, I could just walk at the boss. Potential PB gain every time, exactly. So at this point, I basically have it. Need a Silesius mag soon. Alright, so I don't need meter anymore. Rip Chris. Chris is nowhere near me. I'm gonna damage the boss a little bit, and then I'm gonna Mag Blast. Alright, next time it reels up, I'm just Mag Blasting. Hate the spinner so much, chat. Goodbye, boss. Hour of Dolphin says goodbye. So if those had been PB increases, I could have saved more time. Let it be known, chat. If I had 3 PB increases, I would have Mag Blast as soon as we came in the room. GG. Squeezing out that PB. Central says I may or may not have acquired some, in quotations, dragon scales and started feeding Bucas Concealed. Nice, nice. I will say, for consolation prizes, at least Chamberdin gives like, is it like 5 to 8 PDs worth? Drop, which is okay. What are these? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna see if anybody's selling PB increases later. I just want to have like, I just want to have 3 of them. I don't need them per character, but just being able to do dumb stuff like this saves me a lot of time. Like the chance of a good common weapon drop, something like that. I'm sure we get Trimates. Mates are so stingy. I honestly shouldn't buy them at this point. That's purely because I just don't want to spend money on Trimates. This run, I don't have a lot of useful HP manipulation. Like, technically, I could sit there and think about what weapon I would have to use to make sure that the 80 laser puts me at 10%. I would have to do about 500-ish to myself. Not bad. I like that more on forces. I'm more willing to manipulate it with forces because I don't have a fast way to speed it up with them. Other than PB creates. So we'll do another one. Maybe we'll go until we see Contryu, but honestly, I might have to go in a little bit. It would be nice to see an actual rare enemy during Rare Enemy Week at some point. Doesn't even have to be Contryu. Yeah, I think from the standpoint of Rare Enemy Week is a lot. Yeah, I'm of that opinion for sure. I'm so tired of getting shafted by Rare Enemy Week. This is what I normally see, chat. So when I complain about not wanting to do rare enemy hunts, bear witness to the 0 rare enemies so far on stream. Exactly, Imperameter. Welcome, Imperameter. Just... I'm like, you know what? It's fine. Yeah, at least if I'm playing other kinds of ones, I could say, like, if I'm doing White ID Terrell's Ego, I can say, you know what, I'm doing Handgun Mila runs. I might coincidentally get a Frozen Shooter. Don't have to worry about Rare Enemy Week in those scenarios, for sure. It's just such a great quest on RBR right now. Which one specifically do you mean? You mean War of Limit 2 resets, or do you mean something else? War Limit 2 resets are good, they're just very boring. That has like the same energy. You know what, before we end the stream, we're gonna show you how dumb the run is, if you haven't seen that before. More directed at general chat versus something. I think last time we played the quest start to finish, War limits are kind of slow. But there's some that are there. Oh, Penumbral Surge 3. Yeah, that's true. I think in general I do like the Penumbral Surge quests, except for 5. That one, like, while it technically has really great enemy counts, I really, really detest that quest. I wish there was a way they could have implemented having that many Del Beaters without it just being, like, oops all Del Beaters every hallway. I just hate episode 2, me too. I'm hating it a little less. There's some quests I'll tolerate now, and there's only still like 3 or 4 quests that I genuinely like in episode. And most of them aren't there. Oh, Penumbral Search 5 Final Room is something for sure. I just hate that like every hallway is a Del Beater, so like if you're not playing with like all Twin Blaze on everybody when you're splitting, it's like there's always going to be some stupid Del Beater that hits you in a hallway. And I don't mean like once, it's going to be like 3 or 4 times during a split. Or like Hall Beaters or Biters, yeah. CCA is fine even without Hell in V502. Yes. I had to think about that for a second. I was like, yeah, it's more important that you have damage to deal with like the murder flowers and things like that. I think I would more disagree with you if you're talking about like Spaceship or Temple. I do think it goes a lot faster with those. They're still doable without, for sure. Yeah. I think Penumbral Search 3 is a lot of fun. I just wish it, as you said before, lined up with the actual week bonuses. I was gonna say, if you find your party unable to kill one of the murder flowers, bring a HuCast. Problem solved. Aim HuCast in general direction of baddie. Watch enemy disappear. It's the HuCast magic trick. Works every time. Most of that Rappy was getting up. Yeah, I like... I think for the most part, I do like the Penumbral Surge quests. So, like, I will play them. I won't play them unless they're on RBR, but I still have fun with them. The only quests that I would consider doing, like, quote-unquote RBR are the ones that are, like, truly broken start to finish. Like, Temple CCA resets during Holiday on Pink ID, or, like, Blue ID very hard CCA. Or CCC, I mean, not CCA. How did that zoom miss me? I wanted to get hit on purpose. I actually tried to get hit on purpose there. Why did it miss me? It's so sad. What a meter. You guys should use Angry Fist and Thanos snapped him. Did the Rappy there. Yeah, I've been learning to enjoy HuCast a lot more since I got my first ever HuCast. Up to like 160 territory. I thought there was just a trap in that doorway for some reason. Yeah, we're just doing PP lasers while it's still even B. I guess we could do one more while it's even B. Love PP laser. And you just get a Rockcaster HuCast to clean things up. So good. I don't remember my buttons are swapped on this character for some reason. Should really change them. It's out of habit, I'm using Revoe instead of Voe. A little bit with this wave and we're gonna run across. Our perilous journey towards the safety crystal. Yeah, I do enjoy the Penumbral Search quests. They're not like super worth doing outside of RBR, but they are very fun. I think the only other quests where I feel that way, where I would do it outside of RBR, aside from CCT, I mean, I'll begrudgingly do RT. I don't say I enjoy that quest. It's more of a necessity if I'm looking to do self-found items. But I would say the only other one would be Endless Episode 2. Actually, I have a lot of fun with that. The tower ones, it really just depends. If I have a strong team, I have fun. Or the ones that I kind of like tend to be like event only. So I do think that Omnispawn quest from last year was really, really good, for example. It was probably one of my favorite quests in the game. You apply some buffs. Damn, chat, no conjure. I would say I'm shocked, but I would be lying to you. I don't expect Conjure. We got very lucky the other day, for sure. Today, not so much. I didn't hug the pineapple. That's true and fair. Damn, chat deleted that. I'm assuming it was the HuCast, because if anybody's using TP Laser, there's no way that was fast enough. We call that a certified HuCast kill moment. Oh, team got hit during the cutscene. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we're at like 14 meter or so. Because I did not get hit by the spinners, I don't have it. Do I walk at the boss menacingly? Oh, you missed me with Tornado? That sucks. There we go. Build me some meter. I gotta wait for the team anyway. It doesn't really help me to get there early. Do one shot here. Do the courtesy shot. He's filming me Beater. Oh, I built it like slightly too slow. That's so sad. I could have one-shot the thing there. See, this is why we need PB increase. It actually would have made another difference yet again. I'm just gonna guarantee the kill here. No spinner missile shenanigan here. Yeah, that's definitely on my list. I'm gonna put out a buy request, I think, after the stream. 2 PB increases. I think I have some of the components for it, but it's one of those ones where it's like, I don't remember which character did clear his Steel 5 to go assign it. I'm sure I've done it with like 2 of my forces, but like, do I really want to do that? Not really. I'll pay to not waste time on clear Steel 5 again. Because honestly, aside from PB increase, there's pretty much nothing I need from that quest. I don't plan on doing like the 2 Kamui, for example. I already have Caduceus. Scammerdin finally provides. Oh, I'm just getting the setup. Oh, you got the dragon scale though. I think that's what you were looking for. So sadly, 45 hit striker. Not too exciting. Yeah, so 3 in the share bank. Typically only equip 1 on a character, so for the most part, PB increase 1 doesn't... It doesn't matter if I have 2 or more, but specifically for pod, because it is a shorter quest, if I have a very specific setup, it is super good to have. So if we didn't have 3 pew-pew lasers, for example, deal with it. That also means that if even beat expires on this boss, it doesn't matter, because we got like a 5k alternate damage sword. So we just need to collectively shoot it a couple of times with like a charge arm. Yeah, in terms of rare enemy week, I don't think there's any other runs I would do. As I said before, I don't think Psycho 1's worth the time. If you're gonna do that, I would rather do pod if we're gonna pick like a normal rare enemy thing. If chat doesn't want to do Terrell's Ego. Brain was trying to think where the quest was again. Yes, most people are looking for hit percentage frozen shooter. Ego Blue is a trap. Yeah. What is the best ID to hunt Heaven Punisher? I'm slowly creating a document for it in general where I'm talking about different section IDs. If you have any opinions towards them, I would be interested in just hearing in general. I mean, I'm eventually going to form my own solid opinion on which section IDs are quote-unquote the best. I think I've been sleeping on Purple ID a little bit more than I should. I'm surprised just how strong they are in most areas. And I feel like people are criminally underrepresenting how strong Yellow Boss is. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I was just trying to think of what areas it was available in. It's one of those one where I call them the incidental Ubers. No worries, Chris. We have one in RBR right now, no one plays it. Ooh. I mean, to be fair, we did Penumbral Surge 3. I'm assuming that's what you're referring to earlier. We played that quest like 3 or 4 times the past couple of weeks. We did one where we went through all the Penumbral Surges. We learned the unfortunateness that is number 5 and its many, many Del Beaters and hallways. I wish instead they put the Del Beaters in like groups, so that way when the team eventually comes back together, then I would have been happy with like the Del Beater count. But having like each individual hallway having a Delve Beater just got really annoying. For sure. I don't know what they were thinking with that. Yeah, funny enough, the other one that we end up doing, because we play a lot of Endless, is a Yellow ID, Heavenly Punisher, on that Grass Assassin. I think that's the enemy that has it, the Grass Assassin. Showing the Satellite Lizard, I can out-rotate him, and his invincibility means nothing. Thank you for confirming that. We did actually get one from that before, so we could say it works. I think Yellow ID Endless is one of my favorite. Every area gives items, TD, let's get money. And MAE CC. You know what? I don't know if I've ever done that quest, to be honest with you. MAE CCA. Every single time it's MAE, I usually do episode 4. I'm trying to think, did I ever? Maybe I did a showcase of it once. I'm actually really thinking about it. Have I done that before? The last time I would have maybe done it would have been for HBR. Back when that was a thing. Just because I wanted the bonus. I think I played it anytime recently though. Usually for me it's Uxal episode 4 because I want either limiters or Vertibulu. In general. Like last year I probably could have been doing episode 2 during the events. I don't think we did very much of it. I like the removal of HBR. I'm very mixed. I think if I had to get my final opinion towards RBR versus HBR, I did not enjoy the grind or like the, oh, you know, you missed out on the bonus, therefore you're kind of useless in it. I don't miss that aspect of HBR, but I do think like RBR is just not good enough on some of the bad quests that are in there. And there's a lot of bad quests in the RBR, where like the ratio of enemies and the time spent walking, like there is like basically no bonus you could give it to make it worth doing. And I feel like a lot of people do that and they think because it's on there it's good, where there's like, there are good quests on the list, but there are some real stinkers. Unless you are like super time attacking with items, it's just a waste of your time. Get the Walk of Limits, yeah. It's kind of one of those things. Like, technically, things like, you know, War Limits 1 is good for Blue Astar, the quest is boring. But there are a lot of Episode 1 quests where there's just, like, nothing. Just, like, a wall of nothing. Or there's even a decent amount of Episode 2 quests where it's like, damn, this sucks. At least if it's like a new mop-up operation equivalency, there's at least resets you could be doing. And like Phantasmal World 3 is a great example, where you could use it for box runs, or you could use it for its intended purpose. So like, I like those being in there, but like, aside from a handful of them, they're like interesting to do, but not super worth playing. I walked into the cactus just for chat. Yeah, exactly, with Anatosis is saying, like, new mop-up Operation 3 red or green ID resets. Which, I don't know, did we ever record that on stream? There's a lot of stuff that I do off-stream, and it's like, these are things I have done, but I don't remember if I've talked about it on stream or not. Because I've done it sometimes with, a few people in, like, Discord specifically. I don't feel like we've done any of those recently. I should probably showcase that. Because there's a lot of newer people that end up watching me. So I want to make sure that if I'm doing a lot of what I consider solo-only stuff, I spend at least one day saying, like, here are all the things that you don't see me do, typically on stream, but I recommend. Although I don't know if I want to extend that to when I was doing those CF1 resets for Lily. Those were disgusting. I don't even think I'm going to do them again this year. That was my last honest attempt to try to get Psycho Wand. After this, it's just gonna be an incidental Uber for me. That 45-second grind for like several hours. Like, I'm good. I experience what it's like to grind for Lily. I'll pass. That run also dissuaded me from ever doing my own Seal J Sword, to be real with you. I'm like, you know how I'm gonna get Seal J Sword, chat? I'm gonna play Anniversary Event and just get a Platinum badge. I would 100% rather do that than grind SJS. Sorry, chat. We'll do it as a meme, like occasionally, like when we do the what's it called? When we had the 24-hour stream the other year. Then I don't mind memeing it up. We'll literally end the 24-hour stream with it, or if we see server maintenance, we'll do a quick Phantasmal World 4. Sell the badge and buy one for 220 or something? What do you mean? Oh, is the badge worth more? I've never price checked it. I think for me, if I used it, I would just consume it. I don't do a lot of trading, to be honest. I'm not a big believer in that for the most part. Yeah. Chat's gonna beat me to the next one. That's fine. Yeah. I don't know. As I said before, I don't usually trade. I buy items on occasion, but I almost never sell. I just have like a wall of items to give out to people. Profits of Motab? Why? That's a genuine question. Why Prophets of... I understand the Heaven Punisher. That's fine. Why Prophets of Motab? What purpose does that have over any of the other rares that you can get instead for that price? It feels like such a weird choice to me. Is it just for the sake of saying you have it? Because it's not... Okay, you want it for plating? Oh yeah, I'm not a big believer in cosmetics. So we just need to hit the boss a little bit. Unfortunately, Chad is dead, so they are not providing damage. I think I need one more laser, then I can kill it with the Mag Blast here. I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, I don't believe in the cosmetics at all. Laser attack. Thank you, PP Create, PP Increase. that saved a ton of time. That boss was at 4K. That was like the best case scenario I could use it in, and that saved at least 40 seconds on the run. That's all I'm happy about. Just being able to showcase that actually saves significant time. It's always nice. Is Nae's Claw that rare? I have one in my bag. It just sits there, unloved. It's like, what, Blue ID, Gerda Bulu, and something else? I think it might be in Tower on something. Oh, Viridian. Yeah. I think people just don't want to do the hunt, to be honest with you. I didn't even think the drop rate of it was that bad. It's just, it's not in an area where you get a lot, I suppose. It's fine, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of items that technically have a good base cost, but it's like, do I really want to hunt those? No. I mean, if chat really wants to, we have on occasion done like White ID Ruins for handgun gold, for example. But, I don't know, I'm not interested in the majority of those Ubers. I don't plan on ever doing plating. I don't ever plan on using any of the paints that I have. Like, no thank you. I'm pretty sure I got it from Gertabulu. I don't think I got it from Ilgil. Because I was trying to level my Hugh World. I think I got it specifically when I was playing her. Do one more. Actually, hold on. Is that end of even B? Oh, it's end of even B. You know what, chat? To humor people in the chat, we'll do a Prendumble Surge 3. I'm gonna bring in a Hugh Cast Sky ID. SJS, here we come. That is so overly optimistic. I don't even know where to begin with that. At least this character by level. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was 160. I think I said 160 earlier. Only 150 it was. But I'm happy. Happy to get a chance to use him a bit more. The S parts 2.0 have made a big difference in usability with this character. While I wait for Red Ring. Basically, I just need to play more with non-rangers. Get this character leveled a bit more. Really busy with chores right now. Mostly just want to play it to humor chat. I personally don't think I'm looking for anything. As I said before, my interest at this point, I mean, now that teching is back, I think Excalibur, Galatine, and Frozen Shooter are back on the table. But other than that, I mean, if I incidentally get a V502, it would be nice. But thank you for the follow. Stern and Lick Dissidrol? The name of the shop. CCA, so it should be coming out this is the one where we... Yeah, this is not the one where we do the... I always have to think about it. Like, my brain was processing. I'm like, okay, this is not the lapse one. This is the loud sound effect explosion one. Oh, let me turn that filter off, by the way. Call you Starlight? Sure thing. Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, we'll be compiling some items, as I mentioned earlier, on, a section ID list. It's still very much work in progress. Other than I will say, I think yellow ID is looking really solid for certain runs. I think as long as you don't go in with the mindset that like things like Red Ring are like the end all be all, I think it's a really solid ID. I should not do that. Welcome Ether Drew. You're doing well. Yeah, I mean, like, I think for leveling, it's really good. I think that's where I'm probably going to talk about in this section IDs. It's very easy to get levels if all you're looking to do is play with random people. If you're like a Viridian ID as a hunter, it is so much easier to get a game compared to other IDs. But like in terms of like long-term hunts, you know, I think some of the other IDs are a lot stronger. So it really just depends on what you're looking for in the game. Well, those are the kind of comments I'll make when we're talking about section IDs in a big document. Yeah, it's one of those ones where, like, not a lot of characters super care if it's max defense or not on the red ring. But, like, high-end red rings generally don't matter as much. It's more the act of having the accuracy. It's important. It doesn't have, like, the anywhere near the upper limit of, like, even a Discovery Man. There's Sky Blue and Red available right now. Oh, you mean for selling the red ring colors? I had to think about what you meant. Welcome, Dango. Dango, we had a question for you, actually. Specifically you, Dango. When were you doing the Final Fantasy thing? Oh, could you rebuff us? Yep. We were curious. We were talking about when the expansion came out. Your name came up. Because you were mentioning before that something along the lines of Final Fantasy XIV has me and I'll be gone when the expansion is here. Because technically I think it's coming into Rare Item Week. We were thinking of you, Dango, in the PSG. Oh, it is end of June? Interesting, interesting. Chat is correct. I thought you said week, not next month. That's fine. Let's go for team. Let's wait at the next stepper. Just slightly not strong enough. I just gotta level with him at this point, basically. Well, I mean, to be fair, when you made the bet, you also did a ton of not TTF and RT. If you had just specifically done RT, you would have had it by now, for sure. You've done, like, literally millions of experience in other quests. It's not really a fair assumption. Yeah, you gained it, even at like 180, you still gained a lot from like non-RTs. Well, that's fun. Well, if you get your first one on stream, and then hopefully you will just go purchase those in trades instead and save your time. I feel like Dango's gonna do all this, and then like he's like, I can finally use it, and then the next time we see Dango, he's a Q-cast. He's just over being Humar. Like, the struggle's over. He's earned it. He can retire. That was a bad shot. Goodbye, monkey. I think that the Hugh cast still combo kills even without hell. So dumb. All he needs is, like, just a little more ATP. I mean, he could still get, like, another, like, what, 150-ish? He's still got a lot of potential. Plus, eventually I'll get Red Ring. That'll be free damage as well. Most of these enemies don't feel like I should use them. I guess I should use them a bit more, because I am getting some chances to use them. On my screen, the enemy definitely shot a kill shot at a player, but that's fine. The game doesn't want to register it. Okay. In a room like this, I guess I could freeze trap. I mean, I know inevitably I'm going to get reset on the traps, just due to the fact that there's healing circles. Probably be more aggressive with them. Chance to hit the hell. Okay. So yeah, it's like, this quest is interesting. I would want to see where to stand on some of these spawns. Some of them are like on the sides, some are in the middle. definitely feels like the team is meant to split in half. If here's an enemy I could, in theory, freeze trap if I want to. Yes, I could. I don't think it'll last long enough for it to matter, though. Up one. He's found something. Oh, Heart of Flamberge. Team's gonna hit the switch. I'm gonna turn around then. A little bit of time. Oh, did I fire a trap by accident? There we go. Well, these are the waves I might as well just burn it since I know I'm near the end. Oh, rip the trap. There we go. This is simple. I'm surprised I shot that trap, to be honest with you. I was like, I wasn't sure if I had the timing for that or not. Hello, random telepipe near the warp, which is really trolly. How's this thing go? If I don't hear back from family in like the next few minutes, we'll switch over to RTs just for Dango. Can have his last rare enemy week RT. The most efficient of runs. Yeah, if you're around, Dango, maybe we'll do a bonus stream. We'll call the stream. Dango will finally get Red Ring and or PSG. It'll be like a 7-hour stream. Like, today is the day. Dango will get this item. Even if it's unintentional, even if it's just like a oops and it slips out of my inventory onto the floor. Where's the Sinnoh? Thank you. Well, I mean, I technically remember the miracle was there. Oh. That's up to you, Remotebattery. Ooh, almost double killed. Need more damage. Damn, Remotebattery flexing. This is fun. I'm just teasing. Go this way. Oh my gosh, I actually trap shot? I didn't instant trap shoot, but I did trap shoot. I so rarely bother with this character. I just kind of let it detonate most of the time. Although, I should probably get in the habit of switching into the handgun if I really need it, like in Murder Flower spawns, for example. I managed to burn down to 3 freeze traps. I feel like I was up in my freeze trap count a little bit. Definitely a lot of casts here to deal with these enemies. Good feeling. Yeah, I'll text family. If we finish this quest and they don't respond. They technically said something at 12 o'clock. It is 12 o'clock. They said they were going to tell me when they were going to leave. They have not told me. So I'm going to ask. In which case it'll turn into a full-length stream. But we'll see, I guess. That was meant to be a trap shoot. I need to remember it acts a little weird on slopes. Realize my Jaya is number 1. I think I want my Vulcan. There we go. No matter what I swap into, I think we'll get back to Vulcan. I think I had Jaya because I was just playing solo. Playing some solo TTF a while ago. There we go. Yeah, the way I view this is just kind of an alternate means to get XP. I'm not looking for like rare efficiency when we play these things. Slowly but surely getting stronger. 21 more levels, and I can use one of the many red rings I have in my bag. Just trying to make sure the team's able to shoot accurately here. Ooh, excuse me. I thought about using Disco Brave Man, but I'm like, there's some rooms I definitely should, but others I don't really care about. Speaking of don't care about, we're gonna ignore that rare. Oh, right, this one had it in the midway point. Also, there's enemies in the healing circle room. That's kind of funny. I just have like free reign to do whatever I want, I guess. Kind of funny. I could just stand in there and get traps again if I want to. Yeah, remember there was the one in the midway point. I forgot there was the second one in here for some reason. I guess they really wanted to make sure you didn't have to deal with gibbons. That counts as the different room? I couldn't shoot that? That blew my mind. Okay. Today I learned. Wow, that was the world's most protected box. I was not more than like 6 steps from it. And I did not hit any of those Vulcan shots. That was insane. Felt like I was in April Fool's mode again or something. Udana actually surprisingly on point yet again. Yeah, like here I could just go Brave. Well, no longer worth doing. If I was playing with less people, I could just go Brave Man that many people. Oh, Miracle. I don't care what your stats are. You're going to die here. Die. Chunga chunga chan. Yeah, once we're done with this quest, I'll just ask. I mean, if they're gonna come tomorrow instead, I was a little confused by the way they worded stuff. I'll just have a short wild arm streak. Oh, shortish. It'll still probably be like 2 hours. Yeah, I could have in theory brought Pink ID here, because there are a lot of gibbons. They are good. But I'd rather just get XP with this character. Go for the greed. Oh, that's a move. It spawns around here. Before that happens. Okay, so for my reference, I was standing in the right spot, but I forgot the rest. I could probably assist the first wave and then walk away for the second. That's going forward if I do the quest again. Or just leave it to 2 people down there, I guess. Uh-oh, somebody found Parasitic Gene Flow. There you go. Could be Dango. Oh, I got excited. I heard a rare drop. I'm like, ooh, PDs. Not PDs. They're just getting deleted. That's just the trap. Still 5 freeze traps left in case I'm desperate. Little rock block my shots. Ooh. That was slightly too early. I hit the other one. I do love the murder flowers just spontaneously exploding every time we look at them. Good feeling. It's an inverse of what normally happens. I can say this is the safest episode 2 quest we've ever done. So many trap users. Like, listen, we don't care what they're gonna do. See, here's where I would have thought there would have been a healing circle. Wow, every hit landed on that charge Vulcan. That's disgusting. I'm gonna save 2 freeze traps for Pinnock use. But I'm essentially out without retrapping. Team can go ham if they want. There actually. Really want to deal with multiple Sinnohs from behind me. That little thing detonating. Oh, by the way, I have Mag Blast if team wants to have a Super Omega Mag Blast. We'll do PP check. I think we could still do it. Using twins. We're mostly doing ATP at the moment anyway, so should make it go pretty quick. This final area is so done. There we go. Ooh, I didn't go in the healing circle. Been bad. Wow, normal kills. Oh, huge house. Nothing else. Anyway, this should make our clear speed significantly better. And the fact that normal, or a normal power on Zen enemies is still good enough to kill, not even remotely close to their path, is kind of funny to me. Oh, I thought they were way closer. Rolled my eyes at the confused. Yeah, my trap got hit too. Well, time to approach the wall. Boom. Put the healing circle tucked away in the corner. Damn, that guy could be exploded, chat. Doesn't quite combo kill without using sacrifice. Prefer not to do. Take it off me. I was gonna say, I wonder if that... Yeah, I think that would kill me, because I only have 1680k. It's very low chance, but I was like, wait a minute, did it get me? Officially say I humor chat with the J sword run. Not efficient, but technically. I am liking that XP per second though. 136 XP a second is not all that low, to be honest. It's not as good as like a TTF, but it's like good enough. I was thinking to myself, there is a wave at some point where there's a murder flower. I didn't even get to the point of vocalizing it, but I started walking there like, I'm like, is it this wave? And I was like, oh, it really is this wave. That's a problem. Wow, actually combo killing these without special is hilarious. It always confuses me when it makes that sound effect and doesn't open the door. That actually really bothers me. I wish I didn't do that. Wow, they're just getting massacred. The Great Sinnoh Massacre. I might as well check the boxes because it is Sky ID. Technically, it could be Caliber. Technically. Oh, thank you for refoing. This is gonna take me forever otherwise. There's your Caliber chances. Yeah, I mean, towards the end, we got up to like 142-ish. It's pretty good. For non-boss quest, that's pretty good. I mean, it's not gonna compete with like Episode 4 shenanigans or like CCC, but nice to be able to do something different. The least we could say, we participated in RBR and Rare Enemy Week so far. We did it. So, chat, I'm gonna ask family what the deal is. It is like 12:15. I've not heard from them. EVD. Laughing at the hit caliber. Nothing used for cycle. Gradually going up some PDs. What do you think, Chad? Do we do some more RBR related things? Do we do RT? What is Chad in the mood for? I'm gonna say remote battery almost 180. That's a pretty big milestone for a character. Looking at the haircut for the first time. That's a weird haircut. I love that it's like only on the edges. It's just flat in the middle. Kind of reminds me of like a sunflower. Weird hair choice. At some point I need to level my blue ID and sky ID, so either way I'm happy. It doesn't really matter to me. Let's see. What else would we potentially do? War limits to... Oh, we're gonna save that for the end of the show. I'm still waiting to hear back from family. Allegedly, we were supposed to be doing something today. Maybe they meant Sunday. Allegedly. Oh, Jatch is waiting in the lobby. What's up to you, Remotebattery? Dango, did you just want to do some RT? I'm gonna switch characters. Let's do the classic. We'll do Freebed into RT. That way we do some blue ID hunts and use the super buffs to make RT a little less tedious. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in a Hugh New Rule. She needs XP anyway. I thought about yellow ID, and yellow ID does give me Galatine, and I do like that, but I do need to level this character. I would like this character to be able to use Dark Flow and Red Ring. But until she is Red Ring, I don't really want to use Dark Flow. Okay, so I'm just gonna start the free bed, so chat can just hop in whenever they want. I'm gonna go straight to Seabed. Yeah, she has my Hell handgun, so I'm like, I might as well just... I thought about it. Either way, I had to play this character. Alright, let's not choose the wrong place. I did that last time. There we go. We are in a map area where it goes to the right. Give me 1 second, chat. That should put us... This one. Okay, I think I see which one it is. Let me go ahead and put it on. That's correct. The way chat has a little mini map in their corner. I'm gonna go up and then to the left. I'll put a Ryuker down for people that are coming in. Oh, that spawn took a while to start. That's kind of insane. Team can sell items, do whatever they want, as long as they eventually go through the portal, it's fine. We'll gradually move it in. That's all you, Dango. We're gonna go to the left here. Music. Then we're immediately gonna make a right to get a choice. Freeze an enemy. Sadly, I'm not in a good position to shoot them. This enemy off from me. I like the D-band, but I don't get bullied hard. With the team, we're gonna go right from here. Yeah, this is where having a map of the place saves time. Eventually I'll memorize these. Dango's here. That wild Dango. Let a telepipe up for you. Oh, there's the box. Yeah, there's essentially 8 different maps to memorize. It's not necessarily identifying which map is which, it's remembering the route is the hard part. There's a lot of one-off rooms that don't do anything. I feel like I don't have D5021, but I know I do. I just had really bad demon luck. Holy. Double check it out, smart links. That way we have no penalties there. Buff the wild Dango. Sounds like we're near the end of the soundtrack. Here we're gonna make a southern turn, I think. Oh no, I'm sorry, straight across. Find cookies, it's hard. Welcome for Methane, I hope you're doing well. I mean, I didn't get an answer from family, so I'm assuming whatever they wanted to do is canceled. Go up here. So many confused traps. Okay, Promethean, we can help you. Oh, now I land the D. Oh, whatever. Is this the one where there's the really rude robot? Yeah, it is. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. I remember this hallway. I remember walking in that doorway and getting sandwiched. I was like, wait a minute. I learned. I remembered a wave and a Gafoe to stop that from happening. Did it. Progress has been made at remembering Siva. It's random maps. That is not what I thought was going to come out on that wave. My bad. Wild Dango is down. Underbuff Dango. I mean, I might as well just hell it repeatedly. Even if it misses, it stops it from attacking. The problem here is I don't remember the Del Beater spawns. This feels like a room where it would do them. Oh no. Oh, chat's ignoring the Del Death. That's scaring me. That's in Final Fantasy. Did we go in a weird soundtrack loop? I keep thinking it's gonna be Del Beater and then it's not. What a bait. I switched soundtracks. That is officially the end of that soundtrack. Really low. Like, I know the beginning of the song is quiet, but it shouldn't sound this low. Different soundtrack. Oh no. About the same. It's a little better. Anyway, we're gonna zigzag through here, and we're basically just gonna head straight down. Or about to close. I could check the side room. Don't know if that's a healing circle icon or boxes. I also gotta learn how to identify what the symbols mean. I'm like, it's a...
It doesn't even look like a ring. That's why I'm confused. It looks more like almost octagonal. Well, we'll find out, I guess. I'm trying to remember that, because most of the other symbols are pretty clear. Like, the confused trap icon is there. Just that one is a little weird. Unless it means it's a warp or something. The team can go south. I'm just gonna go see what this is. I understand what this icon means. Oh, it's a box room. But why don't they just use a box for that? Why did they make it round? This is why I don't understand some of the old maps, chat. They basically drew like a little ring and a downwards arrow. Like, when I see that, I would think a warp, or I think boxes. Whatever. Go ahead and reapply buffs to the team. So our goal is to get as much meter as we can, although I'm not building that much meter. Actually, speaking of which, if I'm looking to build meter, I need to attack a bit more with non-hell. Vulcan. As I'm kind of far behind in meter. Sadly, I don't think I have a PB crate on me to fix this. God damn. Going back to town would reset my meter, so it'd just be infinitely worse. So we have to go to the right. I believe it is this one? From here, we're gonna go down. Oh, we've done this one. Now that I'm looking at it. Now that I see the whole map, I'm like, oh, this one. We're gonna head down. Eventually, we're gonna get warp back up there. Just as all I know is cookies during certain events, so they available during those. You can only get them during a Halloween event. They've been removing it from other places that used to give them. Like, it used to be in the Easter drops, technically. They got rid of that. I think I have to kind of respect here. Well, build me more meter. I need to get to like 50, like ASAP. There we go. Yeah, hit me again. Need the meter. There's no chainsaw in Freebed, so I'm like, I gotta get the meter back somehow. But essentially, at some point, I'm just gonna be full-time face tanking. I guess I could technically evolve. There we go, building meter. I'm more than enough to donate, but I would like to get a big chain at some point. Yeah, cookies are such good, technically, like, the best hunts are in Cookie Quest for the most part, where they're in the anniversary events. They're exceptionally strong for what they are. We'll go to the left here. I said right. I think that's not correct. What I thought that was. Build me 5 more meter. I respect that. Give me a couple more times. That mean we're all fighting a Del beater. I'm just building meter. Hey, I'm at 71. That's huge. So at some point when we're near the end, we have to purposely leave it alive for people to get meter. That is really quick meter gain. So I'm at 75. 79? Yeah, keep hitting me. Build me meter. I'll take a small time loss to get level 80 shifted defend. Right, chat? I'm like, I will gladly take that time loss. Oh no, I lost 8 seconds. but then I have 2 minutes of super buff. Cookies are used to terrify you while you get a boatload of cookie. Or boatload of levels, something like that. It's not worth normal attacking. Hell, please. 59 EDK, I still whipped the double special. I didn't unequip V502, but it feels like I did. My luck is terrible with this item, chat. We talk about it. It's just actually horrendous. So we're about halfway through this final floor. The chat should do some personal checks to determine if they think they're gonna make it. I'm at 88, so I should hit it no matter what here. Family finally replied and they said yes. They didn't tell me what times. That's still not helpful. Family's actually trolling right now. Big question mark, chat. I don't know what they're doing. We're gonna go through the upper of the 2 doors on the right. Now we have enough meters, so I could go back to Hell Handgun for a bit. Take the war. We seem to get this one pretty often, which is good, because that means I'm not going to be surprised by too much as we go through here. It's more just like the annoying boxes we got to deal with. So I might have to leave with RT? I don't know. Hopefully not. I at least want to finish this quest. See where it goes from there. So I'll know about 15 minutes in advance, so we know RT's about 20. Just getting ready to shoot another spawn. I'm like, wait, we haven't gotten that far yet. Let's kill him real quick. They got a couple of rooms left. And I'm assuming the super buff? Just let family know I need a couple minutes. They do happen to come early. The whole point of doing Freebed is to go into RT afterwards. Quite sad if we couldn't do that. Buffs back up. Oh, I missed angle. So we're near one of the final rooms. Hopefully chat is getting pretty close to PB. Somebody just got it. 2 people just got it. Nice, nice. So at least right now we have at least a level 60 buff, which is good. Victory music plays as soon as we get it, that makes sense. Alright, so everybody has it, so as long as we have no accidental usages. There's this last enemy. I'm like, it has to be here somewhere. There we go. So let's see, where are we at on the minimap? Oh. I'm gonna check for... It doesn't mark this room as anything. Is this boxes? Oh, it's so inconsistent. You see what I mean, chat? The other minimap marked the boxes. This one didn't for some reason. Whatever. Tomfoolery. I mean, I do want to check the boxes. It is seeded. So it is definitely worth our time to do so. But I think similarly in the next hallway, I'll go the opposite way. As long as the chat keeps going downwards, should be good. We have like 2 rooms left of enemy after this. 2 or 3. Although I think the final one might not have any enemy. But we should be good from the standpoint at least already. But if an emergency happens and somebody uses it, we can still recover from that. Alright, I'll let chat go here. I just want to see what's over here. This should be boxes, right? Oh, that's right. We have to go the long way. That's right. My bad. Eliminate from the minimap. It's not worth checking then. I thought it was just like a couple steps away. I was just gonna check it real quick. It's like, do I really want to detour for 5 boxes? Not really. Small turn, yes. Detour, no. So, I guess on the plus side, if family's late, it just means another 20 or so minutes of PSO. I'm okay with it. Prefer that, to be honest. Rid of that. Area of interest. We're just gonna head downwards, and then we're basically done. We're gonna get the almighty teleport all the way back to the northern part of the room. Yeah, I think there's just fire traps here. I don't think there's actually any enemies. Nothing. Now we are basically just walking to the boss. There's sadly no seabed pickups. Would have been nice to just pick up a Gumchang or something on stream. But oh well. Dango's declared Dolphin. Nice, Farlow's a good choice. Everybody's a different one. I'm gonna wait for the team. I'm gonna say using twins. There we go. This boss is so done. Just say GG chat. It's already over. It's 81. Shift to D-band. It should be insane. And that means we're gonna have it to the Geese and RT. Saves a lot of time. I like the mournful music because we're about to murder this boss. It's like, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Alright, let's go, team. Here we go. And then we'll do a box check afterwards. Make sure to check all the boxes. And then when able, just try to leave the arena to preserve the buff. Yeah, we'll have at least 11 minutes of buff, I think, across everybody. It's pretty good by the time we're done with Ogo Flow. Yeah, this is gonna be so one-sided. They're not great XP. The boss will make up a little bit here, then we'll make up more in RT itself. Goodbye. Even with Heaven Striker not hitting every shot there, it's both still died instantly. That is the power of the shift to 81. We don't need to rely on like the 20% Heaven Striker shots or whatever. Just believe in the sacrifice, chat. See, we're gonna give Dango 2 chances at RT today. We're gonna move on. Oh, I had to attack 4 times, chat. We could do better. Goodbye, boss. Definitely dead already. Also, I'm a ghost. I'm glad I pumped the alert volume. I've now set it up in a way that I can very easily hear it. It's like a difference of like 12 decibels. That makes a huge difference in whether I can hear it over the game. I don't think it sounds that much louder on chat, if at all, since chat doesn't hear that channel. Oh, somebody got it. Who got it? Hey! There you go. Look at that, Dango. Nice. You did it, Dango. Mission accomplished. Now to never use the Humar ever again. I'm checking boxes real quick. They are worth checking. I did pump up the draw distance. It looks good now. So remember, chat, we're not done. Don't do anything crazy. We're just gonna go ahead and complete an RT real quick. Time to retire? Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was my mindset with the red ring IDs. I'm like, I'm gonna just play TTF until I hit 180 or I get another red ring. and then I'll do some serious hunts. There you go. Chat better go back and clip that. You could say the curse is broken. That should be the title of the Twitch clip. So we have 11 minutes of super buff and 15 seconds. So even if we wait a couple seconds there, ended up with quite a bit of extra time. And some people have even more. Like I left early, so I got another 16 seconds of super buff. Yeah, I'm just gonna equip Blast Swan. Guillotine is 4,000 attack. I can't not try to use this. This is gonna be so stupid. You're like, vroom. Might as well grinder it. Okay, it hit max. There we go. We're optimizing Guillotine. Come to me, chat. Just remember, don't use the nurse. You'll be very, very sad. Just want to see how much damage she does with Guillotine now. It's at 4k its attack power. It's quite something. There we go. Eventually Dango will be swinging Dark Flow around and deleting a lot of bosses with his now very leveled humor. Just want to see how much damage this does. So it's a 2-hitter. If I spear it, I think it one-shots. I could try to prep an attack to land it. Can aim. Can aim. So Excalibur would definitely one-shot with the normal. If I had Excalibur on this character. Might be worth bringing it when we do this going forward. Also, in scenarios like these, this is when I should bring in a PP Create, where I don't realistically need all this ATP. This would be another example where if I just had more of them, I could optimize the run a little better. Just to ensure that I have 100 meter later without wasting time. Well, that's awkward. Just a paralysis. You know what? We didn't see a rare enemy today, but we got something better. Oh, they are just absolute melting. Yeah, there we go. I just wanted to hit with the 2k. I just wanted to see it, chat. Yeah, there we go. Let's just assert dominance on the poor Hildel. Uh-oh. That family. I hope it's not. They didn't say they were coming over. I don't see them. False alarm. I have like one of those door cameras, so like it went off, but I don't see anybody. Disregard. I actually hear the phone, the doorbell. I'm gonna talk with them real quick, chat, so I'm gonna step away. And if I really gotta go, I really gotta go. Sorry about that, chat. So, unfortunately, it looks like I do have to go. I was trying to confirm who was specifically doing the family stuff. If it was just me and one other person, I would have had them wait, but it's a whole bunch of people. So, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna leave the game on, so that way team can complete the run if they want with the super buff. But I do gotta go for now. I'm gonna turn on the auto disconnect to disconnect in, I'll say 30 minutes. I feel like that's generous for the team. So feel free to continue on with the bosses, but I gotta go. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully see you again next time.